The night was moonless, perfect for her arrival. Silently, she landed on the roof. Her true form, a creature of shadow and desire, clung to the darkness. She needed to hide, needed to be something else, something human. She slipped through an open window. The house was empty, smelling faintly of dust and memories. Good. She wouldn't be disturbed. Her eyes, glowing embers in the dark, scanned the room. A discarded dress lay crumpled on a chair, a forgotten life. She shed her true form like a discarded cloak. The darkness retreated, flowing back into the night. She was left vulnerable, naked, and achingly human in appearance. The dress, old and faded, felt strange against her skin, but it was a start. The mirror showed her a stranger. Gone were the horns, the leathery wings, the aura of power. In their place stood a young woman, hair like raven's wings, eyes like polished obsidian. Her beauty was startling, almost painful in its intensity. It would have to do. She needed a name, a history, something to explain her presence in this world. Lily, she whispered, testing the word on her tongue. It tasted of innocence, of fragility, a cruel joke considering her true nature, but a necessary one. The world outside was a cacophony of sound and light, overwhelming after the cool silence of the night. But Lily walked with her head held high, her fear hidden beneath a mask of composure. She was a survivor. She would adapt. The orphanage was a haven, a place of laughter and tears, of scraped knees and bedtime stories. Lily, with her fabricated past and carefully constructed lies, had secured a position as a caretaker. It was surprisingly easy. No one questioned the qualifications of a beautiful young woman willing to dedicate her life to unwanted children. The children were drawn to her gentle touch, her soothing voice, the way she seemed to understand their unspoken fears. They reminded her of something lost, something she could never reclaim. And yet, she found herself fiercely protective of them. They were her charges now, her responsibility. Nights were the hardest. When the children were asleep and the silence pressed in around her, she could almost feel her true form clawing to the surface. The need to fly, to feed, to be the creature of darkness she was born as was a constant ache. He had stumbled upon her by accident. A drunkard, lost and confused, wandering the orphanage grounds late one night. He had looked up, startled by a shadow against the moon, and seen her. Wings spread wide, eyes burning like hellfire, she had been magnificent, terrifying, beautiful. Of course, no one believed him. Just a drunkard's ramblings, they said, dismissing his claims with a laugh. But he knew what he had seen, and he was drawn to her, to the mystery she embodied. He began volunteering at the orphanage, hoping for another glimpse of the creature he had seen that night. Lily, sensing his knowledge, was torn. Fear warred with compassion. He was a loose end, a threat to her carefully constructed life. But there was a desperation in his eyes, a loneliness that mirrored her own. And so she offered him a choice: stay and help, or leave and forget.